Rangers win it 2-1 in Nashville in a stirring game in which they had to kill 4 minutes of penalties in the final 5:17. And there have been some impressive wins, especially recently. Buffalo, Tampa, this one might top them.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're an older player on the team, specifically a forward, and you walk in the Nashville visitors locker room, it's a big locker room if you've been in there, John. You see the dry erase board, and if you're a forward, you're thinking to yourself, well, look at our defense, all these 21-year-olds, and then look at Ekholm, Yossi, Ellis on the Nashville side. We're going to have a tough night against these guys. Not the case. The kids were great again. The forwards got the puck with low support. They had about 5 breakaways or partial breakaways in the game where the Ranger forwards got in all alone. Plenty of offense. That's all you can ask for. So when you talk about street cred or just that feeling of confidence for the forwards on their own young D, this game goes a long way. Huge step forward for Georgiev as well. Everybody leaves happy.
Yeah, and the young kid who got it started for the Rangers is a kid who last week called Hartford his home. Called up for Tuesday's game against the Tampa Bay Lightning in no small part because of Mika Zibanejad's injury. And Philip Hedl scores against the Lightning. And how about the toe drag 16 minutes in today to put the Rangers on top?
So he's got 9 points in 9 AHL games. Now he's got 2 points in 2 NHL games, both goals, and he's been an impact. But I'll tell you what, you go back to Tuesday and you see the opportunities. This guy did have any inkling of going back to Hartford. He's in New York now, and he was going to play in the areas of the ice that were going to keep him a New York Ranger. And that was evident from the outset. Getting into scoring opportunity and scoring goals, but just being in all alone. This partial breakaway right here could have changed the game. And this goal right here on Tuesday against Tampa Bay, very reminiscent of a lot of his rush plays in this hockey game. You see him drag the puck there for his goal in the first period. And it's really just the confidence that he's playing with. And if you're going to talk about how does the process by which development work, how is it earned, what a great example, not just for Philip Hedl, but for everybody else. You still have other young guys saying, all right, how does it really work here in New York? How's this going to work? What a great example. You're going to play well, you're going to get rewarded, and then you're going to get ice time to prove yourself. That's exactly what he's doing.
A guy who's gotten plenty of ice time for the Rangers so far this year, a guy who was brought over to score goals, Artemi Panarin, but maybe a lot of Ranger fans didn't know what a good passer he is, and it was his assist on Ryan Strom's goal that put the Rangers up 2-0 and ultimately became the game winner.
It's amazing when you have him in your lineup. If you're in the coach's chair, you're saying to yourself, how can I get my best defenseman on the ice to give this guy the puck? I want the puck on Artemi Panarin's stick all night long. He had the puck on his stick much more tonight than he did on Tuesday's game. I thought that was much better for him to then have that confidence to look up ice and make passes. That's what he's great at. As much as he is the shooter and the sniper, he is a goal distributor by the way that he passes the puck, just like this here to Strome. He had that opportunity in all alone. This pass was fabulous, and I think the finish there, you've got to give Ryan Strome a lot of credit, because through everything that he's been through, he still has the confidence to finish on his scoring opportunities. Terrible change here for Nashville. D'Angelo heads up play, gets the puck up the ice. Very similar in a lot of ways that Tampa Bay scored their first goal against the Rangers on Tuesday night. 2 players back, a lot of room here across the slot line, and the Rangers offense is really not just great. I feel like they're great on the power play, but I feel like they're still looking for a lot of those power play type options at 5-on-5. And that's what I like about what they're doing. They're getting the puck across the ice well, and they're finishing on their opportunities.
And a strong play by Strome, going to the net, keeps his stick on the ice, is able to redirect it past UC Saros. And for Ryan Strome, I mean, he's been ridiculous. 6 straight games with at least a point. He now has 11 on the season, and he's tied with Mika Zibanejad for the team lead. This is a guy who people wondered at the beginning of the season, did he fit in? If so, where? What kind of production? He maybe was at a career crossroads.
Yeah.
He's gotten off to a fabulous start.
Awesome. Look, I think that, when I talk about Ryan Strome, I talk about a guy that he's been willing to play wherever you want him to play to keep his own career going. One of the greatest compliments you can give any player is that no job is too small for Ryan Strome. No job is too big for Ryan Strome. That's what he shows me. If I was on the coaching staff, I'd be so pleased with the fact that he's eager to play any role for your hockey club, and he plays to win. You could see it even in his intermission highlight where he was getting interviewed. He wasn't happy about that penalty.
Called it stupid, right?
Called it stupid. He's going to call it the way it is. He is a hockey player to me. He's not just a guy playing hockey. He's a hockey player. That's why I've always had such an affinity for him.
Amazing. It's 4 or 5 minutes into the post-game show. We haven't even mentioned the name Alex Georgiev. 32 saves. He's now gone consecutive games with allowing 1 goal. Of all the things he did well today, Steve, against a dangerous team, what stood out to you?
Well, I'll tell you what, the fact that he showed up and was able to do what he did on Tuesday, again, that's the tough part when you're trying to transition a guy from being somebody that's comfortable being a backup and then come out of your comfort zone and do it again. That's what's tough. And the fact that he came into Nashville, he was terrific east to west in the first period. He made his saves and controlled the rebound. I thought he was great through traffic. So from a technical standpoint, John, he was perfect. From the mental standpoint, this is always the unknown for a guy that's trying to prove himself. But that's where I'm really proud of him, because he was tough. There was a lot of tough sequences, 2 late penalty kills that he had to be great through. He's got the respect of his teammates. Jeff Gorton's going to be in a tough position soon, and I'm not saying the Rangers are going to try and move this guy. I think his phone's going to be ringing a lot. There's a lot of people that would want a starting goalie right now. It's a very tough position to be in. If you're in New Jersey or LA, there's a lot of really good hockey teams right now that need help in net. This is a tough spot to be in because you've got 3 guys that can play. I don't know if there's enough time for them all. I don't want to be David Quinn or Jeff Gorton right now. You might say it's a good problem to have, but it's a big problem going forward. 3 great goalies in the organization.
Georgiev certainly stepping up to earn the win today.